Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you being here. As you can tell by the trees behind me, the weather's starting to turn cool. Fall is in the air, the leaves are starting to come down, and that means we got to take care of our garden. So some plants do well in a cool climate, like broccoli and Brussels sprouts and cabbage and lettuce. They do great in cooler weathers, but you got to take care to protect them from frost. Once we start getting frost, it's going to be a problem. So we're going to be going and building some hoop houses over top of those, just to keep the frost off of them and help it stay a little bit warmer in there during the night, because they will continue to produce and grow, and you'll have some more vegetables from them. And then there are plants that don't do well in a cooler climate, like cucumbers and watermelons, so we're going to go ahead and get them harvested, get the vines pulled out and put into the compost pile, and we're going to go from there. So stay with me, I'll show you what we have going on today. So as you can see, these cucumber leaves are starting to die back, so it's time to take these cucumbers off the vines and get these vines out of the garden. I'm going to go ahead and harvest the broccoli off of these plants before I put the hoop house over top of it, just simply because it's easier to get to them now than it is after I get the hoop house built. Plus, these are going to be growing more broccoli florets off of them as the hoop house is over top. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest the larger stuff off now, leave the little small pieces that are down here to let them grow and mature. I only have a few softball-sized watermelons, so I'm going to go ahead and pick those now, take them in the house, and then clean these vines out of here. Now we're pulling up our onions. All you're going to do is just take them and pull them straight up out, shake the dirt off, and I'm just going to take them down to the house to process them further and dry them out. My wife wanted some carrots for dinner tonight, so we're going to go ahead and pick her some carrots. That's a beauty. You know, it's funny, I just thought about what I was doing here. I'm picking all these carrots and I'm sticking them into a old used shopping bag. I'm just thinking, you can't get this kind of quality of a piece of produce from any grocery store, really. It's organic, it's homegrown, and there's just something about it that smells and tastes better. Maybe it's better because I grew it. Maybe it's better because I know what's in it. Maybe it's just the sense of self-pride that I have for knowing that I grew my own food, my own self-reliance. Whatever it is, my kids and my wife seem to like it too. They said the other day that they like the way that my carrots taste and my broccoli tastes better than the store. You don't usually hear kids saying that they like vegetables. I'd say that's check one off for a win for me. Alright guys, we're going to start constructing the hoop houses over the broccoli and Brussels sprout plants for right now to help protect it from the frost we're supposed to be getting tomorrow night. Stay with me as I start building this hoop house. Alright, these stakes we're putting in, we're going to be slipping pieces of 3/4 inch PVC over top. These stakes are the anchors in the ground to keep the PVC from popping up. In between these rows, you're going to want to put 2 stakes, one for each row cover. Now it's important to remember to make sure that you leave a walkway on one side of your plants on the inside of this hoop house. I put these stakes on the inside of this row so that I have this portion here to walk down as I go down and I harvest the broccoli off of these broccoli plants. You're going to want to make sure you do that, otherwise it's going to be very difficult to get through this hoop house to harvest the plants that you have inside. You only need to leave an inch or two in between these two stakes, just enough room for the piece of PVC pipe to slip down past the other stake. Now to make the hoop houses, all you have to do is take the piece of PVC pipe that's over the stake on the one side, bend it over top and put it down over top of the stake on this side. One thing that I want to have you remember is if you're doing this and it's already cold outside, the PVC pipe will be brittle. You may need to take it inside where it's warm before you can go ahead and bend it. The hard part's now done. Now I'm going to take my sheet plastic and drape it over top of the hoops. So here's the inside view of the hoop house. As you can see, I have 3 hoops wide, and I have the sheet plastic snapped on. And all my broccoli plants are fit inside to keep the frost from setting down on top of them. Now because these raised beds are now empty and I've pulled the plants out of there, I'm going to go ahead and rake this dirt over onto the edge of that plastic just to keep it down and on the ground. That's all there is to it, guys. Thanks for joining me. I hope to see you soon on my next episode. Until then, bye-bye.